We on the podcast, baby.
Club Talk. Jay Brody. Yeah, baby, it's that Club Talk. Yeah, baby, it's that Club Talk. You're now listening to that Club Talk. And now, your host, Jay Brody.
All right, welcome back to another episode of Cloth Talk Podcast. If this is your first time checking out the pod, appreciate you. Make sure you go ahead, like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good shit. Appreciate you if you do that. Thank you kindly. Before I introduce my guest for today, who brought me probably the best gift I've ever received thus far on the pod. Before I introduce her on, shout out to a couple of people who support the pod. So y'all know I'm from Philly, so support back home, support. I want to support my man Joe. If you out there and you're looking for an event to be catered, you need a personal chef, you need some meal prep done, you want to order some shit in bulk or whatever you need to satisfy your craving, appetizing needs. And if you just passing through Philly, hit up my man Joe. That's Joe Chef Life Catering LLC. Get you right, one of the best chefs out there in Philly. Right here locally in Columbus, Ohio, if you're trying to get right fit-wise, if you're trying to get some nutrition in your body, trying to work out as well, hit up Whitehall Nutrition Lounge. Right off of Broad and Yearling, you get you some shakes and teas. They got a gym next door. You can get your workout on. Based out in Dayton, Ohio. Shout out to my man Deontay Tatum with the flyeragency.com. If you need any logo art done, if you need a flyer made, if you need some website design made, anything visually and graphics that you need, hit my man Deontay Tatum with the flyeragency.com. Last but not leastly, out there in Jackson, Mississippi, shout out to my man Jamie Jenkins with HelloBlackManJournal.com. If you have nieces, nephews, sons, daughters, anything involving the youth, what he did was start a platform to help the youth express themselves through the art of journaling. He also has merch for sale, also annual events out there in Jackson, Mississippi, conferences. So visit HelloBlackManJournal.com. All right, man. She's here. She is here. Let me give this lovely individual a proper introduction. Designer, fashion influencer, promoter, plus size model, brand ambassador for KBK Cosmetics, brand ambassador for designer apparel. Got the show covered up next week, 8 days away, I think, the 15th. Summer Dreams Fashion Show is upon us. It is none other than Alisha, aka Ms CurvyBoss, is on the show. Woo! Thank you for making the time to come through to sit and chat with me and educate me on some things.
Absolutely.
All right, so before we get into everything that you got going on, because I've been I've probably been following you for like 2 weeks now, and I've been seeing you work.
I do.
You get to it. You ain't for the fuckery, and I like it. Like, you go out there and you move and you get shit done. So you got a lot going on what you want to talk about, but I want to show people, man, in this bag. she pulled up. She texted me. She said, "I'm outside." I was like, "Great, perfect. I'm coming out to come get you." And she hands me this bag. For those who watch it on YouTube, if you're just listening, you can't see, but I got it in my hand, a white bag. She says, "These are for you." I said, "Should I wait to open it when we start recording, or should I open it?" She said, "It's up to you." So I open it, and it is some of the softest, greatest donuts I've ever had. 2 of them, I've already smashed the shit out of one. I ate one quickly, and this is the first thing I had to eat all day. So thank you for bringing lovely donuts to me. Yes, and these are from where? Shout out the place again.
Risha's Bakery.
Risha's Bakery. God damn, fire. So would you recommend I make this a regular spot?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You cannot not have Risha's Bakery.
It's a must.
It's a must.
Okay.
They have, like, the best sweet treats, everything else.
Okay. All right, you're looking lovely today, smelling good. You're glowing right now.
Yeah.
All right, man. So, okay, so we were talking about behind the scenes before we started recording that. Originally from Detroit.
Absolutely.
So, how did you get from Detroit to here? I know you said you've been over here like 16 years now. So how do you get from Detroit to here where we at now? Then we get into how you got into modeling and fashion and all that stuff.
I'm just simply transitioning with family, kind of making sure we stay together. So I came out here with my primary family, my mom, my dad, my brother.
Yeah.
And then my grandma and my uncle came along shortly after. So, yeah.
Okay, so it's just
Family
like,
thing.
family thing. Now, was you reluctant at first? Did you want to move, or was you like, all right?
I was younger, so it was kind of like, oh, it's okay. It was something different, but I still enjoy being back home.
Do you? Okay, because I was about to say, that's the foundation. Because your friends are there, you in school, and just like, feel like you just pulling me away from, like, damn, like, I'm starting a whole little life here. You just want to, all right.
Yeah.
Did they explain to you why they wanted to move? Like, was it better situation or?
Just better opportunity wise, yeah. As far as like going to school and all of that stuff. So it was more so for them beneficial and more opportunities out here opposed to what it was going on back in Detroit at the time. So
Gotcha.
it's more for opportunity, build and grow.
Okay. How was it adjusting to Columbus? Because I we was talking about it too. Like the pace of Columbus is much different.
It is.
Was it tough adjusting at first?
A little bit. For me, it's more so the fact of it being a little slower here in Columbus.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's more fast paced back home. It's something always to do for the most part. And for me, I feel like people's vibes are just a little weird down here sometimes.
Talk about it.
I like to be, vocal and get to know different people, socialize, and not feel like I can't, just give oh, you look nice, or it's just weird. I would prefer people not to just stare and look and just not say anything like, hey, how are you? Do I know you?
Right.
Or, oh, you look nice. But other than that, it's cool.
Yeah, because people, they really kind of just like, what I've noticed about Columbus since I've been here, I've only been here since 2016. Mm-hmm. So the first thing I noticed was how cliquish everybody is.
Absolutely.
And that shit pissed me off, but it also like boggled my mind. I'm like, why is everybody just like in their own little subset of group, friends? The south side people don't go to the north side people don't go to the west side, east side don't go to the, it's just like everybody just stays in their own little, it's like, yeah, we cool like that. It's not a hate thing, they just like, we cool over here, we don't need to go, I don't know nobody over there, so I'm going over there. I'm like, see your fucking city. Like it's more than just the east side or the south side. That shit fucked me up. I'm like, the thing that tripped me out too, like when I started doing the pod, when I was having guests on here, that's what it clicked to me. Because like I was asking people like, oh, so do you know such and such? They do the same thing you do, and they're like, who? I'm like, you don't know this person. It's like you should naturally like know people who do the same thing.
Yeah, networking is a lot different here, and just for me, just because I like to overall be kind of a social butterfly. I like, for the most part, I am to myself and really reserved. But I call myself a popular loner.
A popular loner.
When I'm outside, I'll socialize with people, get to know.
I've never heard that before.
But outside of that, if it's not something that's networking or an opportunity or something like that, I prefer to be at home in my own space. And
so all this shit that we know you for and see you for, it seems very like you have a very extroverted personality, but you're real reserved and low key in real life.
I am. I like to be in my own bubble.
I would never guess that.
The extra and the drama. But I'm outside for the right reason. When you see me out, like, I like to have a good time and I'll socialize with people. But other than that, it's like, I'll do that for the moment and I go home and recharge. And I need a couple of days. And then I'll come back out and socialize with y'all again.
So it's like you pop out, then go back in hiding.
Yeah.
Then pop out again. It's like a groundhog.
Kind of. But then it just alleviates a lot of the extra that goes on around the way too. I would say that is a part of me definitely from back home because I'm a very straightforward. A lot of people would look at me and kind of be like, "Oh, I feel like she might be intimidating or stuck up or a bitch." A lot of people say.
That's gonna be one of my questions too. Like,
yeah, but I'm not. Like, I'm super cool. I love to, get to know people and step outside of the box. But at the same time, I am a very straightforward and direct person. So
that's
a lot of people have that, and they take some things maybe taken out of context or just. I'm not a people pleaser. I will give you what you need, but just because you want something, I may not give you that. I'm gonna give you what's needed though.
So if I came to you like I'm trying to like get something from you, but you're like, yeah, I'm not gonna give you that, but I'll rock with you on this. Yeah. But you push a little too hard on that, LB chill. Yeah. Or even you're not a pushover.
Yeah, no, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. I will directly tell you, no, I'm not going.
There's a live that you had did a couple of weeks ago that I want to play later on and talk about. It is kind of along the lines of that. You was talking, like you were sitting on a step or like something like outside of your house or like on the porch or something, and you was talking about like y'all really playing with me right now. Like y'all started to take my kindness for weakness, and I just want to get on here and let me just set the record straight because I think y'all get this shit kind of fucked up. Exactly. So y'all think just because I'm sweet, kind like you were saying, like I'm very giving, I'm out and about and chopping it up with everybody, but y'all mistaking that shit for something else. Yeah. So let me get in here and talk to y'all real quick.
Absolutely. And I try not to be like that because I am like I like being.
You don't like to bring that side out of you.
Yeah. And for me, I'm a Gemini. So a lot of people they will say a lot of times that Geminis are two-faced. It's not that.
They curse y'all, boy. They were like, stay away from fucking Geminis. They the fucking devil. The Gemini, they the worst side of the world.
But I'm so sweet all the time. But the other side of me, I don't like to bring out because it's like you worked to get that other side. So you're definitely deserving of what it is that you get. But I don't like to bring that side out of me because I know it can go far left. So like, let me just play casually. Let me, if you do some, waver me to the middle, but don't take me all the way to the left. Because after that, you might as well dismiss yourself.
Damn. So if a person gets you to that point, there's no coming back.
It's not.
Damn.
And I try a lot of times to spare people, and that's kind of where I was going with my life. It's like I really do. I spare people a lot, and I try to vocalize little by little before I have to get to that.
So it's not like it's just a complete blow up. I'm trying to. I'm throwing out little hints to warn you, like you pushing it, buddy.
I do.
And then that point comes, and now you done brought it out of me. Now look at you. Now when I hurt your feelings, you was cutting. You was like, I could say some shit to really like, hey, y'all pushing me right now.
And I don't know because my words.
Why they play with you like that?
I don't know. And I feel like it's because a lot of people do take people being kind and like I'm definitely like a giver. I don't on everyday occasions, anything that I do when it comes to my friends, family, or what have you, like I'm not a sit back. If I got it, you got it type of ordeal. Okay. So I'm not going to sit here and say or see you going through something. I know that I can be a resolve to the situation.
Got you. Makes sense.
I'll definitely make sure I can take care of it if I can.
Makes sense.
But I'll just kind of expect some form of reciprocation. Not that I do it for you to be like, oh, I appreciate, not more so that, but just be just be knowledgeable and cognizant of the fact that I'm willing to do it because a lot of people aren't.
True. Then it becomes an expectation when I'm doing it. Now you're expecting this from me all the time.
Right. And that too. Yeah. And a lot of people do that as well. Mm-hmm. Just so used to me doing certain things. And it's like, okay, but on the flip side, what are you doing when it comes to what I have going on? When are you reciprocating the same thing? Not that I even want you to pay me back, but if you see I have, multiple events going on, I don't see you at one. But every time you need something or something going on, I'm there.
I'm there for you to drop of a dime. I don't even question it. I'm there.
At all.
You know what? And that, because I experienced that too, man. Like, it's the weirdest thing when people come to you and they expect, you to be there for them, support them, whatever they got going on. And you do that with no question. Where you need me? What time? Like, how you need me to buy something? You tell you got a t-shirt line, whatever. You got a line or something. Like, yeah, just I'll buy 2, just whatever.
Right.
But they know what you got going on. They see you working on some shit. Crickets. It is like I shouldn't even have to ask you to support me, or like I'm not even asking you to go out your way. Like something small. You don't have to show up. Like you could probably buy a ticket and give it away.
Right.
If you can't make it, or just you can even share a post. Like you can.
That's the easiest thing.
I'm not even asking you like to
free.
come out of pocket. Like there's other things you could do to support me. I think a lot of times people they like, oh, I ain't got it. I ain't asking if you got it. Share the fucking flyer.
Right. That takes 2 seconds and it's free. I'm telling you. And I just posted this on Instagram not too long ago that at the end of the day, when it comes to like you follow me, what have you, I can see everybody that has followed me. I see that you look at what it is that I just posted. You looked at it and didn't even hit like. You didn't share it. You didn't like. Why are you still following me? And sometimes and it's so crazy is that it'll be the people that's the closest to you that you do the most for that don't reciprocate any of those same things.
Yep.
Like I go, you know that I go out of my way to make sure that I'm there consistently, and you act like it's an extra task or something that's out of the way for you to kind of do the same thing. Yeah,
all of a sudden you're inconvenienced now.
Right, that part.
Well, you know, I got such and such going on with the kids and everything. You got it, man.
Right, and I'm not even gonna question it. I'm not gonna question it because like, after so many times, it's just. Now at this point, don't expect nothing from me. Yeah, because I read those things. Like I may not speak on a lot, but I just trust and understand that I've seen it.
Shh, that hurt, man.
And I could be in a corner way down yonder.
Oh, I've seen it. Shit! Nothing get past you.
Right, not at all. Ooh. And I'll just cut you off, and that be it.
Shh, damn.
Because what's understood don't need explained.
You can cut people off like that.
Like that.
You cold. Jesus. Alisha, fuck, God damn.
But it's all for the better good. For the better good. Because I'd rather than me have to go through that whole notion of explaining and then we going back and forth because you don't understand where I'm coming from. Obviously, what you did was justified in your reason so I'm justified for stepping away.
Very true. But then the funny thing is now you're the bad guy. Now you're the bad guy. You're like, oh, so for you going to unfollow me or block me or not even talk to me no more. So I see how she action. I told y'all she like that. Now you're the bad guy. Yeah. You can't win.
But I'll take that.
You'll take it.
I'll take it. Because I know that at the end of the day, I do everything that I do is always genuine. And it's from the heart, and I'm always gonna go above and beyond. So I will, if you want to call me the bad guy for your wrongdoing, I'll take it.
You'll take it
because I will sleep peaceful at night, in peace.
Salute to that. Woo. Okay, let's rewind a little bit. So I'm curious about your upbringing, your childhood. How did you get? First of all, what type of kid were you? What we see you as now? Because I have a theory. Mm-hmm. Because I had a model on here not too long ago. She wasn't a plus size model. Very thin. Shout out to Star. If you listening, no shots at you. So Star was on here and she was talking about how in her younger years she never felt beautiful. Mm-hmm. And now her, as a mature adult woman, I was asking her, I was like, really? She was like, I never thought I was pretty until I started receiving attention or people started telling me, hey, you're beautiful, or you look beautiful, or we like your hair like that, or yada, yada, yada. But internally, she never really felt that about herself. Mm-hmm. So I'm curious for you, like, were you always self-confident about yourself younger, coming up? Like, was that a battle for you? Did you always, like, see what we see now? Like, because we look at you, it's like, look at that gorgeous, beautiful woman. She's beautiful, she's attractive, and et cetera, et cetera. I wonder, was it always like that for women, like, of this stature,
For me, younger-wise, I honestly never kind of thought about it and paid as much attention. Mm-hmm. I've always been confident within myself, for the most part. But I was never really intrigued by those type of things. So it really didn't move me at a younger age. I was more of the creative, kind of still the same to myself. Like I would be anything artistic or just creative wise. That was me. Like I played sports and I did those type of things as far as like writing poetry and listening to music. That's like a big thing for me. I'm a super music head. But outside of that, I really didn't
like pay to the whole beauty thing at that age. So he's like low key a nerd / tomboy.
A little bit. I would definitely say that a little bit. But it wasn't until I would say maybe towards the end of my high school years
that you started to embrace that.
Because it was more, and not even for that particular reason, it was more for the fashion wise for me. Because
so fashion
I like,
was first.
Yes. I like different stuff outside of the box. I like just creating different stuff, kind of how I got into the designing aspect. I don't like to always look like everybody else. I'm not a big designer person either. Like I have knickknacks, little things here and there. But for me, that doesn't make me, because you can throw a label on anything.
True. And
a lot of people everyday people will buy designer and still not know how to wear it. I don't care that you have on a $200 Gucci shirt when your whole outfit doesn't look like it's a $500 look. Because I can go through that same exact thing. Literally, to me, I've always just been that way. Like I like to. My big thing, I love thrifting. I love, like, for me, that's like a moment of peace.
Really?
If I can go in different secondhand shops, regular thrift shops, it doesn't matter. Like, I just enjoy it because it gives me opportunity to creatively. Like, I can look at something and you just be like, oh, this is just a little dress. But for me, I see something totally different.
You can make
and I
it
would
into
never
something.
Exactly. Like I was in a store just a couple days ago, and the lady was like, "Oh dang, we probably about to be in the same place wearing this." I said, "But it's not gonna look like this when I put it on." Like you get it's a simple, little situation, but I'm gonna do something else to it and make it something totally different. So that's what it is that brought the modeling and everything else out of me, more so than the looks or feeling like I'm just so beautiful or I'm just, I just
so that was secondary. Like, oh, look at me, I'm gorgeous. You're like, yo, I can turn that sweater into some fire ass shit.
Right. It was another way for me to display.
I see what you're saying. When you're going out, you're seeing stuff, your creative eyes like, I can make that into, I can put something together with that. But your body's just the display of it.
Correct. So
Makes sense.
It's not more so for the sex appeal.
Like, look at me.
It's just, I like to put different things on. I like to look good. I like to feel good about myself.
Yes.
So that's really what pushed me in a direction. And getting people to see what it is that I seen and felt about myself. Because even as younger, even now, but even when I was younger, I was a lot more heavier than I am now.
Really?
Yeah. So, but even then, I always still had that inner confidence in myself. Like a lot of my friends and stuff will tell you, it doesn't matter. Like whatever she had on, whatever size it didn't matter.
Like, I'm that motherfucker.
And there was one thing you could never say. I might be big, but baby, I'm gonna be cute. And I'm gonna put it on every time.
Right.
So
I love that.
It was secondary.
I love that because that's like kind of like going against, I guess, if you would quote unquote say status quo, because most people would look or assume like, well, you gotta look a certain way to dress a certain way.
Absolutely.
You know, it's like, oh, why are you wearing that you don't fit that, or you don't look like that belongs on you. But you're like, oh, fuck that.
I don't care. Listen, I was bigger, like I said, way heavier than I am now, and I didn't care about wearing a two-piece. I didn't care about how short my skirt was, or because at the end of the day,
I'm gonna get all this
exactly. And oddly enough, a lot of people will silently or in the back of their own mind say, she looks nice, that looks good. But because of whatever everybody else's perception or thought may be for them to say that, they would rather not. Because
everybody else,
they don't think or feel like a plus size woman is appealing, or that's who you should be with, or who you should surround yourself with. And it's crazy because even from like high school and stuff like that, it's a lot of people that would pass by or, just say little things or whatever the case may be because they weren't comfortable then to accept me being me. Because I'm still the same person. Whether it's a couple pounds lighter or not, I'm still the same person. Yeah. So you weren't capable of accepting or allowing others to accept me as who I was. So don't double back now.
Damn. That's you know what, we do that a lot in our society. Like, that's like very surface level and superficial shit.
Yeah.
Like, to pass up on somebody or not even acknowledge them because of physically how they look. But like you said, like, you may be like missing out on a dope ass person. Like, that person probably could change your life.
Absolutely.
But because you putting them in a box because they quote unquote don't look what society says they should look like, or whatever the case may be, you like, no, we gonna go. I was like, all right, you're lost. I'm dope.
And I know it. And I don't even try to. I'm not in
You're not here convincing people
at all. Because if you don't see and understand me for me, and you don't accept that part of it, then I don't feel like you deserve everything else that comes with it. So I'm okay with you passing me by because I know what I know what it is that I can provide and present the opportunity of.
Man, so, you are one self-assured son of a gun. God damn.
But not humbly though.
Humbly, it's not. You're not braggadocious about it.
No, not at all.
Okay.
That's one thing. Like any and everybody will ever tell you. Like I'm not one to brag about anything.
Have you gotten a lot of like you saying a little bit earlier that the people they double back now, like, damn, like, we ain't even like, we ain't know she gonna turn out to be like this. Like, yo, we in high school we was like, fuck Alisha, man. Like, they're like, hey,
absolutely,
well, you're doing so well now. Like, so now you want to pop up? Okay, how you doing?
Right. And I'll do exactly that. Hey, how are you?
Entertain it.
It may be like a brief little, hey, how are you?
Like, now you see, now you want to talk.
That's it.
Keep it short
and sweet.
Oh, that hurt, man, because that's a tough pill to swallow. Knowing you like did some ignorant shit, and then you try to like swing back in good graces, and they like, nah. Yeah. I love it. What they call it, the glow up.
Yeah.
When I see that glow up.
And I've always been glowing, but for a lot of people, it wasn't what it is that they seen or what they envisioned. So that's honestly the biggest difference, is because I've always had that aspect of confidence about myself. There's nothing that anybody else could ever say to me that made me feel less than, because I knew who it is that I was. It was for me to get you to see that. So.
Man,
now
that's right. That's powerful, because especially like in our community, like Black communities, like growing up, especially like with Black women too, like, because I have an older sister, and seeing how women deal with that exact type of stuff is completely different how like a dude would deal with it. Like, most dudes, we blind to a lot of shit. We just off doing dumb dude shit.
Yeah.
But for a woman, like we clueless to a lot of shit. Like, we just doing whatever. But seeing that, with my sister and how she navigated in a space with, whether it's with men or just her peer group of girlfriends, it's fascinating, because it's almost like watching hyenas. Just kind of like, it's ferocious.
Yeah.
That shit, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it's like we about to eat somebody alive. But it's not like how men like are physically. That shit comes from how women do that shit. That shit pierce you. Because y'all not physical. It's like, I'm about to go like stump her face out. Like, it's different tactics with that shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, oh my God.
And that's why for me, I don't have like too many female friends, because I feel like it's too catty all the time. And I'm not like the type of person, I don't like to be like, I'm not really cliquey. Like I said, I'm to myself for the most part anyway. Like, I don't mind going outside and being completely by myself. Like, I can go to an event and be by myself and be perfectly fine.
People think I'm weird for going to the movies by myself.
Why?
They're like, you went to the movies by yourself? I'm like, yeah.
It's a moment of peace.
Thank you. Thank you.
There's nothing at all wrong with that.
Yeah.
But I just, even for the female's perspective, like I don't feel like I'm not ever in competition with anyone, period. But
they look at you as competition.
Yeah. And I think that that's really weird. That's what I mean about the weird energy. Like even when it comes to like going out, getting dressed, I'm going to put on what I'm putting on regardless. I don't care where I'm going. I don't care about who else going to be there. I'm going to dress for me. And I'm going to make sure I look good. So if you want to come and you got on tennis shoes and, just a regular everyday look, and then you like, oh, well, why we just going? Okay. And that's just how I wanted to get dressed. Like, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but then when they see you out and about, they see you in that fit. Now that viciousness comes out.
Yeah.
That's the weirdest thing to me. Like,
and I've just never been that way. And I can compliment the next woman if I feel like your hair looks cute or something. Like, I'm not just gonna stare you down and not say nothing. I'm like, girl, that's it. You did that. You put that together.
Yeah.
People here, that's the biggest thing that I don't like, or that really just turns me off kind of about here, is people act weird when it comes to that type of stuff.
Yeah, like it's only can be like one or
like, it's enough for everybody to eat in any situation. But for me, I don't mind it.
Right.
Because I'm still gonna be me. I'm still gonna do me regardless.
Yeah. Damn. You are in lonely company because not a lot of people built like that. They either go to see you as a threat. I ain't bringing my man around that bitch. Cause he gonna get the looking. Like, we gonna go sit in the back.
Right.
We gonna sit. I don't even want you in your peripheral. It's so territorial. It's very. The woman's space is. It's competitive. It's catty. It's clawy. It's get nasty.
It can.
But that speaks to your character that you don't buy into that.
Because I feel like it just. For me, the biggest thing, it definitely separates me from the pack. Yeah. And a lot of people that take the time to really get to know me, is one of the biggest things that they appreciate the most about me, is because I'm not even like, as far as like, if one friend feels like that you can't talk to this friend because now we're not, and I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't fuck with her, so we don't talk to her. Like, what do you mean we don't talk to her? You don't talk to her.
But even just everyday circumstances, I'm going to give you the realistic aspect of things. And I just like to be cool, and it's less drama that is going to cause for me. That's the moment for me that I feel like I will just dismiss myself. Once it becomes too much, I'm not going to continue to go through the same processes over and over again.
Right.
Like I told you, I had a problem with it the first time. Now we on the third.
Lord. God damn. So it sounds like your group of friends is very
very small.
Probably like 3 solid girls or something like that. Probably less. Like
I don't
3.
even want to say 3.
Not even 3.
Not even.
You got
3.
your one main girl. That's probably it. 1 or 2.
Yeah, and I feel like I would say 2 that I would consider to be like really good friends. Now I have a lot of associates. I have a lot of
difference.
people. It is. Because I feel like like I said, I'm a giving person when it comes to in every aspect. So all the things that I feel like that I would pour into you, and you also reciprocate those same things, and I feel like I can have you in my circle and not question that if I'm not in a room, I don't have to worry about what the next person said, because I know that you're gonna, excuse me, what?
Yeah, you're gonna speak on my behalf.
Yeah, because I feel like if my name whispers in a room and you don't have nothing to say, that's just as much as you feeding into what they said. So you're not my friend. But I still kick it with you from time to time. But I know to keep you at a distance.
Right.
Yeah, I know how to play the part with you.
So loyalty is big for you.
Absolutely. That's the biggest thing for me is loyalty. And I literally just posted this video yesterday on my story on Instagram. And who was that? Trina. She said, at the end of the day, my circle is like, I expect the loyalty first. And the respect, the loyalty and respect first. And then everything else comes after that.
That's big. That's big.
Because if I feel like I can't move and know that you're going to move the same, there's no need for you to be in my circle.
Boy, Jim right there. God damn. CurvyBoss, ladies and gentlemen. God damn. Okay, so let's walk through. Tell me about when you got your first opportunity to like actually when you started getting into the modeling, because we covered how you got into the fashion thing. Mm-hmm. So when did the actual like, if you could recall, like you had like your first walk or runway show like you got involved in? What was the first show that you did? Take us back. And who contacted you? Or did you volunteer?
I initially casted for a show. Well, I was out and about, and another individual was like, "Oh, have you ever tried modeling before? Like, I feel like you are like really pretty." And just I was out and about shopping, and she was like, "Just I can tell just the way that you're carrying yourself, and kind of just walking you, just watching you gracefully just breeze by in the store. What have you?
She's seen your aura."
Yeah. And she was like, "Have you ever tried modeling before?" And I'm like, not as far as runway and whatnot. I've always wanted to try it, but I never have. And she's, she had a show that was going on, so she was like, "I think that you would do really well. Like, you should come, and we have rehearsal on this date, what have you." So I was like, "Okay, cool." And I went ahead and went, but before that, I had done like a couple of photo shoots and stuff, just because I feel like for me, I've always been more photogenic, so I can do really well with pictures. Okay, but I never took it to the aspect of being on the runway. So
that's a whole different.
It is, because then it involves me being around more people and having to be more social. Another thing, so I was kind of hesitant at first, but I went ahead and went, and it was okay.
Nice.
The reading the room was a little offsetting at first, and I'm like, do I really want to do this? This is a lot more than me just sitting in front of the camera. But I went ahead and pushed through, and
you got through it.
Yeah, I did. I pushed through, and even in that aspect, that particular show didn't end up, going as expected. But one individual that I met while I was there, she does her own productions and whatnot.
Nice.
And she kind of was like, I can tell that you kind of want to get more into it. And I feel like you have a lot of potential in doing it. And she was one of the first individuals that kind of took me under her wing and was like, "I know that you can do it. You have the potential and, a certain confidence about yourself. So I just want to, push you in that direction." So with her having her own, she was actually doing like radio and fashion and shows and stuff too. So she kind of, like I said, took me under her wing and pushed me along with doing that. So that was my very first experience, and I'm still cool with her to this day.
Nice. Shout out to that.
I definitely consider her my big nemesis. So shout her out, Ms. Mary JB.
Ms. Mary JB.
She definitely gets me together. And any and every opportunity that always comes along, she, from that day, has pulled me along every single way.
That's dope. Every
single time.
Damn.
From her doing different shows and different, like she did like kind of like a little movie that we put, not little, I'm sorry, let me correct myself. She had her own vision on a skit kind of show. So we put that together, and she pulled me along with that, and it's every opportunity. She makes sure that she contacts me, and I'm more than willing to do it each and every time.
That's dope. That's dope to foster relationships like that. And all it took for us to see you shopping out and about.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, so when you did that first runway, what did it take a while after that first experience? You was like, I pushed through it, I got through it. How long did it take for you to like fully gain like confidence, like hit that runway, or is that still something that's developing? Like,
I can say it's definitely grown from the initial show that I did. Yeah. It's still,
because that sounds intimidating as fuck. I ain't gonna lie.
It is. So before we initially get on the runway, it's always that like, okay, I'm getting ready to go out here in front of all these people, and most times, of course, because I'm tall and curvy and whatnot, they always want to put me in the smallest bit of clothing, and I'm like,
everything showing. Like, y'all just y'all gonna do me like this?
Absolutely, especially Mary. She for sure every time
she puts you in that stuff like something. Always do this to me.
But I don't mind it. It puts me outside of my traditional comfort zone, and
that's good.
And I'm okay with it.
Nice.
It pushes me.
I love it. All right, Ms. CurvyBoss, we're gonna take a quick break here because we play music on the pod. I forgot to say during the top of the pod. So for all my independent artists, if you want to get your music played during the breaks of the pod, send that to clothtalk5@gmail.com. MP3 file, name of artists, and your social media information so I can show you some love, okay? Please and thank you. Before we take this break, let the people know where they can find you, where they can connect with you, where they can get tickets for the show that's coming up, everything associated with the lovely Ms. CurvyBoss.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So again, you can follow me on Instagram at Ms CurvyBoss _313. Or no, not underscore. Just Ms CurvyBoss 313.
No underscore.
Yeah, no underscore. And then Alisha the model on Facebook. And then I also do have my boutique as well.
Yes, we're going to come back and talk about that.
Boutique.
Yes.
So that's Exquisite Curves.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
Tap in.
And also the Summer Dreams Fashion Show,
Yes.
July 15th. The ticket link is in my bio, so definitely make sure you get your ticket for that. And come out and support. Not only will I be modeling, but I'll also be designing for this show, so you get a 2-for-1.
Hey.
2-for-1.
I like that. We will talk more about that show in depth, like where it's going to be, who's going to be involved, all that good stuff. All right, so subscribe, like, comment. We're going to take this quick break. We'll be right back here on Cloth Talk Podcast. Don't go nowhere.
Step up in the club, screaming out like, who do you love? No IG. With all of these bras, I swear one of y'all coming home. Yeah. John Wall, I'm finna flex. If I'm with you, bitch, then I'm finna sex. I don't apologize for nothing in the past. Bad boy, I'm puffy, combs in the flesh. Like, oh no. DJ knocking that new joint. Molly in a drink, now she tryna fuck. Shorty face down and the bottoms up. Loud in the air and the bottoms up. Like way up. See, I'm a real nigga, I don't chase them. Throw a couple dollars for a fast break. Hit a 1-2, now that's a layup. Hater. Who do you love? Are you for sure? Is it me? Who do you love? Yeah. Are you for sure? Tell me it's me, girl. Are you for sure? Do you love? Who do you love? Yeah. For sure. I don't got a problem being friends with you. Long as you got plans to bring your friends with you. Couldn't give a fuck if your man's with you. Girl, why you acting like I am with you? Yo, like you don't know. Getting bucky in the back at the photo. Got you missing from the party like we're homegirl. Ask shorty, can she take it? She like, oh no. The sky is the limit. Oh hell no, it isn't. A nigga, one moon and the stars. You know I got chips with you, Frito to lay up. Bars, talking about who do you love? Baby, you know I'm the one. Talking about who do you love? Baby, you know I'm the one. Are you for sure? Are you for sure? Are you for sure? Who do you love? Are you for sure? Are you? Who do you love? Who do you love, girl? Hey.
And we're back right here on Cloth Talk Podcast, just like that. Alicia's here. Hey, Ms. CurvyBoss. You know, the beautiful thing, nobody know what the hell just happened.
Right.
Because when they watch this, they're like, what the fuck? Why are they laughing? What the fuck? I love it. I love it. All right. Let's talk about this boutique of yours.
Yes.
For our plus size ladies out there. So when did you get the idea for that that you like, you know what, I want to start my own boutique, my own line for women who resemble me?
Right.
Take us through that.
Just spinning off of more so the modeling aspect and just my own personal experience. I feel like there's not too many places that you can go and find not only plus size clothing, but fashionable plus size clothing. That's not gonna just fit.
Okay.
But it's gonna be cute. Like I don't want to wear a full Daisy looking or striped dress and it not be visually appealing.
So pretty much you seen that what was available for plus size ladies, shit's weak.
Yeah, for the most part.
Like we want to look cute too.
Absolutely.
Got you.
And not have to, always break the bank to do so, or go through the struggle of you'll go into a regular department store and they'll have a plus size section and it's 1 or 2 racks.
Damn, limited options.
Absolutely. So not only are you trying to, make your own, your own look about yourself or what have you, you can't really do that because every other plus size woman is going to have pretty much probably the same thing. And just really wanting to have something that's catered specifically for us.
Yeah. Yeah, cause
I don't want to walk into just 2 racks. I want to be able to select the full inventory. So
because before we started recording, we was talking behind the scenes. Because like I said, I was doing a little research, like just kind of like learning more about like the rise of the plus size model, and you was educating me on size that I had no idea. It seems like in recent years, the curvy, voluptuous, plus size woman has become more in the forefront now. Like, skinny bitches, get out the way. Y'all had y'all time.
Exactly.
Y'all been running this shit for too long. Fuck y'all Victoria's Secret models. No hate to y'all. That y'all been running it.
Yeah.
Everybody don't look like that.
Yeah.
Like, and that body type, if I'm being honest, like the slimmer one, and I'm not saying this out of hate. I'm just, just speaking as a man. Like, women shaped like that. It almost looks painful. It does. It's like it doesn't look comfortable. It doesn't look. I don't know. To me, I guess if you was to look at it, it's visually appealing to look at, to see. I guess a display of like fancy lingerie, but the majority of women in the world aren't walking around looking like that.
Absolutely.
Plus size woman, that's more realistic to me, and it's weird to me that when the rise of the plus size model started to emerge, it was just pushback.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, what are these big women doing? Like, how they go to club? Yeah, like how dare they? You don't have the body of a model. Like, well, what is a model? Tell me, like is that only she could be a model? Only women like that are models. So speak to that. Like the emergence of like, yeah, we here. Like we not backing down. Like we're beautiful too. Like
because I feel like the biggest thing is really being acceptant of yourself, and that's the slogan even for my boutique is the exquisite curves. Pretty much most women have some aspect of curves.
Right. No one's just straight up and down.
Right. For the most part. Yeah. There are some, of the smaller stage.
Shout out to y'all. Round of applause.
But for the most part, no matter what your size is, you have some form of curves. So with that, the name of my boutique being Exquisite Curves is also cultivating your curves, really accepting what it is that you have and presenting it well. Because yes, I can be curvy, I can be a lot heavier, but as long as I put myself together well and present well, regardless of my size, it appearance for the most part is like the biggest thing. Just like most people say, your look is the first thing that people are going to judge you off of. Yep. So regardless of what size you are, as long as you put yourself together well, present well, and have that confidence behind it, it doesn't matter. It's
interesting because like for so long, like we've been fed this Eurocentric beauty standard, like that's what beauty is. If you don't look like that, then you ain't got it, or you ain't beautiful.
Right.
It fucks with your head. It's like, well, damn, I don't look like that. Like, so am I beautiful?
even for me, even my my high school days, I was, like I told you before, beforehand in discussion, like I was heavier than throughout different periods of time. I was kind of up and down with my weight. But even like for me, just having that notion of, like you said, the concept of what everyday people feel like is the it thing. Even then, if I look back at some of my high school pictures, I wasn't heavy. I was just heavier than what the everyday girl around my way, around my age, or whatever it looked like.
Wow.
But if you seen pictures of me then, you'd be like, well, what was wrong? But that was what was so accepting, and what the perception of just kind of looking at everybody else. I was always taller. Always taller. Yeah. You know, had a bit
stick out
more.
like a sore thumb.
Yeah. But it never, just because for me, I didn't care if you felt like I was, you know, the top thing. I always felt that. And I always, you know, just continued to do me regardless. Yeah. And was understanding that everybody may not accept me for who it is that I am or what I present. But at the end of the day, I still know that when I leave outside of these doors, what it is mentally and everything else that coincides with that is bigger than just what it is that you see on the outside.
Very much true. Like, do people, like, when people find out what you do, or you tell people like, oh, so what you do? You're like, oh, I'm in fashion, I'm model and all that. Do people kind of like look at you like with the surprise look, like, you model? Like, do you get some of that sometimes? Like, people kind of like be surprised, like, with, you know.
Initially, I did get that a lot beforehand, and it was early in my earlier stages because I wasn't always with the makeup and you know, I always kept myself together, but I didn't. Because it wasn't the biggest concern for me. Yeah. I never felt the need to always wear makeup or to always, you know,
look like that 24/7. Yeah. That's another stigma too. Like, people think y'all look like that 24/7.
I know. Like, and I was perfectly fine without makeup, but for me, it's just that extra icing on the cake. I can go out and not have any makeup on at all, or just do my eyebrows and put a little, you know, lipstick on, or and keep it pushing. But for me, it's just another part of the presentation. Yeah, it's the bow that's around the present. But everything else outside of that is, I'm still an everyday person. Right. I go outside, and even a lot of people run into me where I have, you know, I wear glasses. I'm not ashamed of my glasses, but for me, it's easier. I put my contacts in, do my makeup, and I keep it going. Yeah. But I can come outside with my hair pulled back in a ponytail, my glasses on, some sweatpants, and I'm a regular person. Right. And it's crazy because a lot of times, even when I do that, people be like, looking at me, oh, I didn't even recognize you. I didn't even realize that was you. Or it's a lot of different people will be more attracted to speaking to me, oddly enough, when I'm in my everyday attire. When I'm dressed up and I have my makeup and stuff on, I feel like it's a lot of people are intimidated by that.
That's interesting.
It's very odd because I could see the same exact person and they'll speak to me when I'm in regular, just everyday clothes. Yeah. But when I'm all done up, they're like, I don't know if I should speak or if I should say hi, or I'm going to be the same person, whether I'm in jeans and a t-shirt, or if you see me in a full get up, right, heels and all, I'm still the same person.
Right. So you find that people react to you different, or even approach you differently when you're done up versus casual.
Absolutely.
That is interesting.
Even when it comes to guys, a lot of times they're like, "Ooh." I'm about
to say, because you probably get a lot of attention from the fellas.
I mean. Yeah.
Shout out to Alisha right there.
But I know a lot of times for me, even though I do, the attention that I do get, I'm not always, for the most part, I'm shied away from it a lot. Really? Actually. Because I don't really like to be socialized with unless I'm in that type of mood or in that vibe. I'm a big vibes person. Okay. So if I don't feel like you're approaching me genuinely, then a lot of times I'll just shy away from the conversation.
Now that's interesting.
Even like if every day, well, not every day, but when I'm out and about, like even like nightclub wise, doing like a lot of different promotion and stuff, or just going out, like you'll see me with I wear glasses pretty much all the time. Whenever I go out, I always have glasses on. One, because it's the hardest thing for me to control my face. Like everything, whatever I'm feeling, it reads on my face. Oh, so shit. There's no lying about it.
Damn. So you don't got a good poker face.
No, not at all. Not at all. I would lose every time because it reads all across my face. But outside of that, I feel like it also gives. I feel like it could be a catch-22 sometimes, even with that, because I feel like for me, I do it because I feel it brings some people, it's a little more inviting. You're not reading everything that's, you know, that may display. So it may be, you might feel a little more comfortable, but other people, it doesn't matter either way. You still feel like I'm going to either be catty or not, or you try to speak and I'm just like, I'm not like that. I socialize with pretty much any and everybody as long as I feel like it's a genuine interaction.
Yeah, you're not coming on me on some fugazi shit.
Yeah.
Like, approach me with respect. I'll give that back to you.
Exactly.
That makes sense. That's interesting, though. Like, you said, like, you being when you're more casually dressed versus, you know, like if we see you like this, you get more people who are more willing to approach you when you're casual with some sweats. Yeah. That is so interesting. Because you would think, like, when you're like, yeah, they coming tonight, boy. I threw that shit on. I know you see it.
Exactly. And I'll see the looks. But a lot of people they won't come and be like, engage. Oh, you look nice, or hey, how are you? Or even that, like, hey, how are you? But I can see you. Like, I see you looking at me. Like, we playing tag with the eye contact. Why are you not speaking?
You gonna say something or not? Like, I'm looking at you looking at me. Now it's just getting awkward.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go move.
Like, okay.
Like, scary motherfucker. That is interesting.
And a lot of times I just laugh it off and keep going. But you know. It is what it is.
Now, here's a question for you. Would you say you have the resting bitch face? Because you said when you got the glasses on, you can't hide that shit. Be honest, because you might have that resting bitch face. So like, oh, she got the...
And I will say, it's not necessarily a resting bitch face, but I'm very observant. So for me, I'm the one
you're alert.
I'm paying attention to everything. So any and everything that's going on, I was like, girl, did you see... And I'm like, no, when did that happen? See, you ain't paying attention. Because if something would have happened about 3 minutes ago, we would have been all mad because you weren't paying attention.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very observant and attentive to a lot of things that are going on around me. So when I'm doing that, a lot of people are like, well, smile, what's wrong with you? Or, you know, it's not that. I'm just going seeing what's going on. That's it. I'm minding my business. So a lot of times, a lot of people do, kind of comment on that or be like, smile. Or,
I was saying it had to be something.
Yeah. Sometimes it
could come off like that
way.
Yeah.
But it's not. I'm extremely kind, genuine, open to, mingling with different people all the time.
Nice.
As long as it's for, the right reason.
Yeah. Nice. Oh man. So going back to the boutique. Now, I assume that has to be very exciting for you to be able to offer stuff to women who like, thank God, we got some fly sexy shit. Like I'm tired. You said I'm tired of that 2-rack. Come on. Like, is that fulfilling for you to be able to like, girls, I got us. Yeah. I'm creating something for us. I got us.
Absolutely. And it was something I've been putting off for a long time. Where like I said, I like putting different pieces together and just styling myself. Or even when I see other people, like before, I worked actually in a department store that was a plus size store. And people would come in all the time and they would try to, they would be picking out different outfits for occasions or what have you. Yeah. And it's different from looking at something on a hanger or on a mannequin and envisioning what it'll look like on you. And a lot of people have the troubles of properly dressing their body. So that's one thing that also pushed me to doing the boutique, because I like doing styling and like I said, creating pieces just in general. So it provides me an opportunity to do that and really say, hey, well, what are you shopping for particularly? So I enjoy when people do that. Yeah. Or just allow me the opportunity to say, well, I think that this will probably be a little bit better, or this will be more suiting. And just people being open, because a lot of people aren't open to open. I'm about to say, as well. Yeah. But I feel like when it's coming from a genuine place, again, which is why I was pushed to doing a boutique myself, is because it's different to criticize somebody or critique someone, but it's the constructive criticism or critique. You can tell somebody all day long you can't dress. Or that doesn't look good on you, but if you're not providing them that extra, I think this will look better, or this would look more fulfilling or satisfying on you. Particularly, it's different. Yeah,
it's all about, like you said, like offering a solution rather than just like, oh, why would you throw that on? What, you got anything else I can wear? Right. Like, you talking shit about me, like, where's the solution? You like, I got the solution for you. Right. Like, and I can, guide you too. If you need a if you want to do this shit step by step, I'll hold your hand through it.
Absolutely.
We'll get you right.
And I enjoy doing that. It's an additional option and service for me that I enjoy, offering to other people. Because a lot of people don't know. Like, they're just so accustomed because it wasn't always there. So you kind of just go with what it is that you know and what you see, but it does not that it's necessarily appealing for you.
Yeah. Here's a question for you. Where you're at today, right? When you were younger, did you see this for you where you're at right now in your life? Like, if you was to think back, like did you, where you're at right now, did you see your life being what it is right now?
Not, I wouldn't say per se, no. Because back then I was more in my sports and, all the other creative things as far as like me doing hair and makeup and all of that. I started out doing that stuff when I was younger. So I more so seen myself doing that opposed to modeling for sure. It was something I always aspired to do, but I never really was like, okay, let me just take the chance. So I wouldn't necessarily say I would see myself here today, but me being where it is that I'm now, I'm very appreciative. And just enjoying it, really.
That's dope. That's dope because unfortunately, a lot of times, we as people, we go through life not finding what our real true passions are. Like, because I think sometimes we get caught up in what people saying what you should do or what you shouldn't do, and we listen to that shit, and like now you're caught up in all the shit that you're not really happy with doing because you listen to so and so, like, oh, that's not you, you should be doing that instead.
Absolutely.
It's very fortunate that you were able to like land and find your way and weed through all and like land in something that you enjoy, like waking up every day fulfilled. Like, I'm really enjoying this shit. This shit is fun.
Absolutely. And that's my biggest thing is I work, beforehand like a regular job. Well, we'll go even back further than that. Just me deciding, because initially my biggest thing was I wanted to be a nurse.
So that's what it was first.
I started schooling and I started, went to two different went to my traditional college to do that. It was waiting lists and all with the nursing program. So I'm like, I don't want to, be here spending and wasting money, and I can't even get into my program that I'm here for. So I then went to an accelerated program, and I'm still like, okay, I want to do it, but I feel like is it really going to fulfill my every desire? So I kind of took a step back from that. Of course, then in the midst of that, life happened. I had kids. And just was working a regular job, and I hated the aspect of getting up every day and feeling like, why am I going to this job?
It was dreadful.
Even though of course it's paying bills, but it's like, why? So once, for me, I had the opportunity to not have to clock in and out every day. It's like I can get up, I can schedule an appointment when I want to, or book a client, whether it's hair, makeup, or what have you, and still do my modeling whenever I want, and just be able to get up and go is a lot more satisfying. And a lot of people, will think or say, well, you should have been doing X, Y, and Z. I could have, but what I enjoy doing and what doesn't feel like a burden for me to do is a lot different. So I enjoy being able to do all the things that I'm doing now, peacefully.
There you go. Right. Peacefully. I love that. All right, let's take one more break. A lot more we're going to talk about with Alisha, a.k.a. Ms CurvyBoss, is in the building, right? We're going to talk about how you came up with that name. I mean, it's probably obvious, but I wanted to know, like, you like, yeah, that's it. That's the name I'm run with. We're going to come back and talk about that. Let them know again where they can connect with you at, where they can follow you. Everything associated with Ms CurvyBoss.
Again, you can follow me on Instagram at Ms CurvyBoss 313. My boutique at Exquisite Curves, which is XQ, exquisite with an X, and then curves KURVES. And what else? On Facebook, Alisha the Model.
Yep.
That's about it.
Where can they get tickets? The 15th?
Summer Dream, July 15th. The link is in my bio. The tickets are available on Eventbrite.
Hey.
It's only $30. I'm telling you, you do not want to miss it. It's a lot going on with this show. A lot of entertainment. A lot of fire designers. Fire models, too. Man. I mean, like, when I say the models of Columbus, like, the lineup is crazy. And it's all the energetic, positive vibes. That's the biggest thing. Because shows can be rather chaotic. But this one, it's fulfilling. And everybody's vibe is just in the right place.
Nice.
So it's going to be a great show. And I'm telling you now, go get your tickets because it's going to be one of those.
I love it. I love it. All right, we'll be right back here on Call Talk Podcast. Don't go nowhere.
One thing I like about me is I'm still nice. 25 years in, this what it feel like. Built like everything from home I absorb. Without me, the city'll be bored. This ain't that Robbie that you niggas went to school with. Shotty said kill him, fuck the cool shit. Excuse me for my rudeness, but I know you don't fuck with me for real, so I don't be around to be fooled with. I was counting sour cream, me mugging with your bitch. Used to want a yellow Hummer on my busy bone shit. We was Slaughterhouse before Shady, crazy you forget. So I'm going Super Contra on my McIntyre kick. Ohio mob, moving like the mob. Slap a rapper like I'm mob, still TOG the squad. Cocky as you expect, still moving like a god. Funny I made it out against the odds. I think I missed $1 million off my words, cause I was busy trying to kick breakfast out of Burr. Freestyles on road laugh, jumping off the curb. Trust I'm as reckless as you heard. You niggas got some nerve. This gon' make a lot of niggas mad. I'm Dame D Nice, Trap Davis with the stab. Somebody tell Dion I'm back in my bag. The best shit Ohio's ever had.
And we're back. Just like that. The greatest show on earth. I hope you enjoyed that record. You know? Alright, okay, so alright, Alisha, so let's get into I want to pivot real quick. So on your Instagram, you was very honest about you were speaking about an accident that you had a few years ago, and you were talking about, and it seemed like you had like a real honest moment, and you shared it with your followers, and you were speaking about the reason why I go so hard now is because my life could have been taken away from me from this accident. And I'm watching it, I'm listening, I'm like, man, I'm like, wow, I'm like, holy shit. And I wanted to talk to you about that. I think you said it was like about 3 years or 4 years ago, something like that. You had so talk to if you don't want to, I'm not forcing you to. If it's still something that you're processing, I won't force it. But so what exactly happened?
So unfortunately, I was a victim of gun violence.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Alisha, Jesus Christ! We're gonna take another break now. I wasn't ready.
Yeah, a lot of people wouldn't think or even expect, and it was really odd. It was random. I
would say, were you like they would sort it, or like in crossfire type situation, like wrong place type time thing, or like they wanted to harm you? No,
they wanted to harm me intentionally, but it was also still random because it's an individual I never seen before, never met, never known, and tried to engage in conversation. I was kind of just dismissive, like, oh no, I'm okay.
Wasn't interested.
Yeah. Gotcha. And that happened, and it was a long time for me to get to the place of where it is that I am today as far as after that situation. But I just take it now as a pivotal moment that was necessary. Because
necessary?
Not in that aspect, but just
please don't say that. Jesus.
I would prefer, to go through life without that experience. Right. Absolutely. But I
get what you're saying. As you look back at it.
Yeah, looking back at it now, I feel like it was one thing that slowed me down a little bit because I was not doing anything crazy or out of the way, but just really just kind of taking things day by day, and it was no. I go to work, come home, provide, do all of those things, and I like to, be out or what have you. But I wasn't really fulfilling my destiny, I feel like. So a lot of the things that like I said, even with the boutique, I put it off for a long time. Like people would say all the time, why are you not selling clothes? Why are you not doing this? Right. It's like, I know that's just you. Like, it's just something that's always been a part of me. And a lot of those things I put off for the longest amount of time. So I feel like it gave me an opportunity to kind of sit back, reevaluate things, and just take every day as a blessing and not take it as a moment to just kind of exist in the world. So it was a big motivational thing for me getting past it, because recovery process was very long, very up until just the beginning of this year. Actually, I was still like in physical therapy.
So we're talking 3 years of therapy.
Yes, I was in the hospital for almost 3 months.
God.
Recovering, and then after that, it was a long haul with therapy and multiple surgeries, and it was crazy. And honestly, like a lot of people, I mean, gun violence before, just because it was nothing that hit home for me. Like there was nothing that I did on a day-to-day basis that was like, okay, this is something I have to worry about.
Right. I'm not in that type of space.
Yeah. It was nothing that was ever a concern for me. But I know, there's people that have been shot one time, twice, and they don't make it. And I was shot several times.
More than once?
Yeah. Crazy. Like, you really would.
Was it like some 50 Cent type shit? Like 9 times?
A total of 9 times.
You got shot 9 times?
9 times. And I'm still here to tell about it today. So that's like my biggest thing, why I say that I do, it makes me just go hard with every aspect of the things that I've been putting off, because I very much so like the closest of not being here.
You was about to be out of here.
Yeah.
Well, people would look at that like 9 times she should have been out of here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Even the doctors and, my doctors and surgeons, they're like, it was real touch and go, where at one point when I initially came in, I remember them asking me maybe 2 or 3 questions, and I just completely blacked out. And I didn't until the next day, after I had 2 surgeries already, the day that I came in. The next day is the first time that I remember waking up and actually seeing people and kind of being like, oh,
so
I'm here.
It took you days to process, like, what the hell happened to you.
Yeah. But oddly enough, like, when I actually was shot that night, I actually drove myself back home. Because
Alisha, stop!
I swear! I drove myself back home, waited on the ambulance to come, and they took me to the hospital. And then after that, I don't recall anything until I woke up the following day. But I was like, I don't know. But I will say the biggest thing for me is, in that moment, I took the seconds to really, pray and just envision it, just thinking about, like, I was cool initially, like, dang, if this is it, it is what it is. Like, it's just.
You ready to accept, like, if it's my time to go?
Yeah, it was crazy. But the biggest thing for me and biggest motivation was my kids. Because I'm like, I kissed them and told them good night, but there's no way they can wake up and I'll not be here in the morning.
That's heavy.
Yeah.
That's heavy. Wow. I don't know if y'all can see my expression if y'all watching on YouTube, but god damn, I didn't think that was 9 times. 9 Dude times. Tried to end you.
Absolutely. That's crazy.
That's hate. Like, that's like, but not to unload on someone 9 times because they're not interested in you.
Yeah.
That's a different type of dude. You really got some hatred.
And I feel like it was something maybe like a little bit off with him or something. I don't know. Because even in the conversation, it was just like a little weird. And you know how you have that inner intuition, like, okay, I'm getting ready to pull off. Like
his energy kind of
a
little much, little aggressive, or you saying some weird shit. Like, what was he saying to you?
Just really just trying to engage. I was like, oh,
yo, ma, what's up? Like, just stuff like that.
Oh, I'm cool. I'm waiting on somebody. Like, I'm good. Yeah. And he, acted like everything was cool and started shooting.
Did it kept escalating? Like,
no, that was it. Literally just shot, turned around, walked away, and that was it.
Yo, what the fuck, B? Yeah.
So, even after,
Lord.
Considering just continuing to doing the modeling and all of that stuff, even after that, I was kind of like, like now I got scars that I got to live with. It gives a whole different, like a whole extra step of a lot of different things. And I'm just like, okay, I'm over it. But it's like, why? So I just continue to get up and push through, and I'm accepting of it. And if I post videos and stuff, and people may see the scars, and they'll automatically jump and assume that it has something to do with me being plus, or what is that, or And I just take it for what it is. It's a reminder of me being blessed. And having the opportunity to still be here. So it doesn't bother me when people make comments or ask about it. It doesn't bother me because it is really just a reminder that I was here and I'm still here for greater purpose.
Man, I'm thankful you're still here with us. Because, man, if that is not a reason to... If for people who listen, if your life is down in the slumps right now, you feel like a piece of shit, just listening to that, I'm pretty sure if this woman could rise out of that and still accomplishing, going after her dreams, like still smile on her face, going after shit that she enjoys to do and her purpose, after that, you ain't got no excuse, my guy. Like, you ain't got that. Come on, man.
Because it's a struggle sometimes, but I get up and I still push through in pain every single day. Every single day.
Every day.
And I still get up and I do it. Regardless of how many people ask if I'm okay, or if you need anything, or you got it, like, I'm gonna make it happen, regardless.
Yo, and the crazy thing is, like, now, like, it makes sense, because, like, when you talked about earlier about how you were very giving to people, it clicks now. It makes sense because you seen that I really could have been I could have been out of here.
Yeah.
So I think it gave you a new perspective on life, as you just alluded to not only, like, you know what, that shit was almost taken away from me. I got no choice but to go hard now. Absolutely. And also, be kind to people. Just be nice and genuine to people, because I could have been a goner. So even though you said, like, I wasn't ever like that, but it seemed like it gave you more incentive to just be like, I'm just going to go about life. Love, respect to everybody. Yeah. I don't want no drama. I ain't trying to fight you. I just want to do my little runway, talk about my boutique, and take some pictures, chop it up with people, and I'm back in hiding. Then I pop back out.
Exactly. Like, and that's been always been a big part of me. Like, I just enjoy living life and, you know, enjoying the appropriate company. So, you know, but definitely after that situation, it also makes me look at people a lot differently as well, and just kind of accept people. Once you give me one thing, I take that, and I'm a very, not one being nice, also forgiving person. So I may take, or, you know, be okay with, oh, well, that, you know, that's just how they are, what have you. And they do things, and I'm just like, oh, okay, I'll bypass it. Now it's like, I just understand that that's just who you're going to be. And if it's not fitting or it's not for me, then it's just not for me. And it's nothing wrong with it. But it's, a lot of people look at that and will be like, well, why? You know, that's kind of a harsh way to be, but it's really not. Because you lose so much time trying to figure those situations out that you possibly could not, you know, one, that you're not going to get back, but possibly could be putting that energy into so much bigger. Like, there's so many other things that you could be doing with that time. I'd rather just not do it. And it's like, it doesn't matter who it is, family, friends, you know, associates. If it's not fitting, it's not satisfying to me, or it's going to take away from my peace. Yeah. I'm okay.
I feel you, because, like, unfortunately for me, like, I had to do that. You know, I was telling you about my sister earlier. Me and my sister haven't spoken in almost 3 years now because of that exact same type of situation. You know, if you went through some shit in your life, you come up out of that, you know you're a genuine, kind-hearted person, and then people start, you know, they start doing the fuck shit, you know, and you're like, that ain't for my spirit.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to project in life. Like, I don't want to keep digging down. So whatever is around me that's not facilitating that, it gotta go.
Absolutely.
It has to go. Like you said, family, friends, I'm sorry. Like, then people try to guilt trip you. Well, that's your blood. You don't do that to your blood. Like,
but the biggest thing is that a lot of times it'll be your blood that'll be the worst. And people feel like those things still have to be accepted because they are family. Yeah. No. At the end of the day, we are all human. So just as much as I would give to you, you should be able to give back. And if that doesn't, if that's not feeding my soul, and it's causing me to come out of character, that's my biggest thing. It's because I don't like being aggressive. I don't like having to, you know,
that side
blow up on somebody. why?
It's not cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I enjoy just being my everyday person. And I feel like when that comes out, like it doesn't take away the love at all. Because yes, you are always still family. Yeah. I still love you, but I just know
from over there.
Love you. Yeah, from a distance. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Because if you're not willing to understand and accept the things that I'm telling you or I'm giving you, for you to be in that place with me, then it's not for me, because it's never going to change.
You got to protect your peace.
Absolutely.
You have to. And sometimes it comes with cutting off people that's probably close to you or even not, but you have to do. What I've learned is, I was married before, right? To be honest. So I was married for 5 years. I'm divorced now. 3 years divorced, right? And after that divorce, I'm sitting here, I'm by myself, living alone for the first time. I checked myself into therapy. Because I realized that I got to deal with a lot of shit that I internalize, especially as black men. And just in our community, period, we don't see the value in really investing to your mental.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there, like, you know what, Jerome, you need to just do it. Just check yourself in therapy. So go online, find a therapist, check myself. So start going to therapy. And the great thing about when you go to therapy, or like in your case, going through the physical therapy and stuff like that, when you come out of that, so much stuff becomes so much clearer, and you start to connect the dots. Like, absolutely. You have a lot of aha moments. Like, that's why I'm like, or that's why I see that as everything starts becoming crystal clear, and I'm just like, God damn, like, a lot of things I understand me now.
Yeah, because you put off a lot, and really just because you're so used to going through the everyday notions that you don't even second guess a lot. Yeah. But like I said, even going through that situation, it was, for me, it's like, why am I slowing myself down, continuing to go through these situations? Like, I feel like if I have to have the same repetitive conversation, I had it one too many times. And especially when it's not going to change.
Like, what am I doing? Yeah. Like, I'm wasting my time and your time.
Absolutely.
Wow. Let me ask you this. After that unfortunate, situation, you being shot by some dude who just... Isn't it crazy how, like, we as men, like, because we can't get no play, we want to result in violence?
And you see it happen.
That's just, like, that's bizarre.
Yeah, and you see it happen. And like, even me personally, I've seen it happen, like, in front of me, where, a guy get upset or he want to, cuss the female out, or, just be disrespectful. And it's like, why? Yeah. You're going to pass by so many other women. Just move to the next one. Right. And maybe that won't work, but why be upset?
Yeah, and it makes sense now, because when I see certain posts, like I give guys my numbers because I don't want to die. Yeah. Like, people were looking at it like, oh, girl, ain't nobody worried about you. Like, no, like, that shit really does happen
all the time.
Like, why did you give me your number then? Because I want to live, motherfucker. Just take my number so I can go, sir. Yeah, I'll block you later. Right. I just want to get the hell out of here. I'll just block you later when you call or text. Right.
I don't want no confrontation. I don't want no extra comment,
go home.
No nothing. Here you go, and I'll go about my business. Yeah. Because it's nothing. I mean, you just never know where other people's mental is. It could very well be something that simple.
Yeah. Did you deal with, like, social anxiety and trauma after that? Like, when after you came out of the well, I won't say came out of the therapy, because, like you said, like, just this year, like, you're just starting to come up. But, like, once you got back out into the world, and you're go back to pretty much life continues. I still got to go out, got to provide for the kids and all that stuff. I'm still a mother. I still got responsibilities. Like, life don't stop. Did you develop a sense of, like, anxiety, like, out in public and stuff, like, because, like, you mentioned, like, how you watching everything now, like did you find yourself, like, being super, like,
absolutely
cautious, careful, like, not going on that block no more, because that's where I'm gonna go around and detour, I'm not even going that block again? Did you develop, like, different habits?
A lot, even when it comes to like I said, now, even doing, like, promotion and stuff and different events, there's certain things that I do, or time that even when my incident first happened, I didn't go anywhere. I mean, it took the longest time. And a lot of times, even if I did, I went with somebody else. Like, I wouldn't just go out by myself. And going out, like, if it was late, once it's dark, if I ain't did it, I ain't going. Like, I'm not.
Get yourself a curfew now. Like what time to start?
Right. But I had to get to a point of really just, you know, accepting that situation for what it was and not excluding myself from life, because I had already been doing that, putting myself off with a lot of different things. So it definitely took a lot of time. And even now, there's still certain things that people may ask me to do that I won't do. And I don't always express that it's because of that reason. I just don't. Yeah. I just rather not even put myself in that situation. Or, if I'm out and about, most times, like, I'll be at a far, or I might be off in a corner, and I can still engage, but not have to be in the mix of everything. Or, like I said, just being overly observant when it comes to everything. Like, there's nothing going on, and I'm like, okay, that happened. Oh, you didn't see that? No, I did. That and that.
You watching the whole play break down in front of you, like, y'all ain't catch. Like, you don't see how he moving over there? Like, he keep inching close. Like, he's changed his seat 3 times.
Or even when people, they having a conversation, I can see that this going a little, okay, let me slide down a little bit. Just in case something happened, I don't want to be a part. But it definitely gives you a different aspect of being alert and just more attentive, and really being mindful of just other people, because you can't always just think for you. Yeah.
Do you think Black women are the least protected women on the planet?
I will say to a degree, yes. Absolutely. Because even in those particular instances, like when a guy may approach a female and she may have a certain reaction, and a lot of times people don't get that women have dealt with those type of situations so many times before. It's like, okay, which way do I handle it? And a lot of people are, they will just be passive and say, oh, okay, I'll just give you my number, block you later, or what have you. But some people are just tired of dealing with it. And it's like, you don't get the opportunity to just say, I'm tired. Like, it's like, okay, this is just every day. You have to be accepting and just move on. But it's, why does that have to be my everyday? Why do I have to be okay with not wanting to be addressed, or just wanting to be in my own space?
Yeah, I should be able to go out and not have to deal with all that. Like, I just want to enjoy a time out. Like, can I just be out and about and not be bothered? Like, is that too much? Like, I like, in some aspects, I feel for women, man, because y'all deal with a lot from just the standpoint of being the ones who are chased and sought after. It comes with a lot. Y'all receive a lot of attention. A lot of it's almost like a barrage of just
everything.
It's like, yo.
Like, and for me, I enjoy having my own space. Like, just let me have my bubble. Like, sometimes I want to just sit and be me. Like, I don't want to be me and everybody else that's around me. Like, I just want to be in my own space, in my own head, in that moment, just to enjoy. Like, it's not too many times that you can just go out and about and enjoy your own. Like, I can go into the store and just want to, like I say, I'm just shopping. I just want to do what I'm doing. Like, I don't want you to come over here and ask me if I'm okay. I didn't ask you for anything. But, it's just that. But a lot of people don't see it, so much as that.
Yeah. Man. Hey, old man. God damn. Alisha, shit. Your story is...
I know, I dropped the bomb, but listen, it's the reason why I'm here, and I'm grateful to be here each and every day. And every opportunity. And like I said, the last couple of weeks, it's been one thing after the next, after the next, after the next, and the positive opportunities. And I just am very accepting and appreciative of each and every one.
Man, oh man. Nowadays, is it tough to stay motivated?
I can say it definitely at times, especially if you pay attention to everything that's going on. Like, I'm not a big news person because I feel like it's super depressing.
Every story is
it's something.
Oh god,
So,
such and such building done burned down, or such and such got shot at, or 5 shootings on Cleveland Avenue, or such. It just come on, can we report something other than like mass shootings and
right? And that's the crazy thing is because a lot of the positive things aren't always displayed or even spoken on as often as they should be, and that's just with every day in society in general. But for me, that's why I feel like the things that I'm a part of and that are surrounding the things that I'm a part of or just seeing in general, like I don't mind sharing or promoting, as long as it's for the greater good and something positive. Yeah. It's not done enough.
Yeah, I agree. And in that video, when you were talking about, the incident and why you're going so hard in there, I think it's dope that you had shouted out your friend Natasha. You were talking about, because at that time, if something like that is like, well, who's around her? Like after that, like who's in her corner? Right. Like who's calling her every day, or who's texting her, or just there, like, hey, is everything good today? You need something? You need me to bring you something? How you feeling today? Talk to me, girl. What's going on? Right. And I think that was dope that you shouted out, your homegirl Natasha. So shout out to Natasha. Sounds like she's a loyal friend. That was dope that you had that.
An individual, like, when I initially met her, it was with her just being a coworker, and we just became super cool. Like I said, just because I'm a vibe person, I don't always socialize with everybody. I may, hey, how you doing, whatever, and I'll just keep about my business. But, she's always been that way. But honestly, after, like you said, with a situation like that, you see truly those that are and have always been a genuine friend.
That's when it shows.
Absolutely. Because when I say after that happened, I would have expected so many more people to be there and to have been that, oh, hey, or how you feeling today? What's going on? Or I mean, it's not many. And it's crazy, but a lot of those that I have, and I mean people that I've done with no question. You call me, I need, I'm doing this. Can you do this for me? Can you do that for me?
Drop me a dog.
Yeah, without question. I mean, I would get up and going completely out of my way. Same people. I maybe heard from 1 or 2 times. Came and visited me at the hospital 1 or 2 times. Like, it just gives you the aspect of really looking a lot deeper into things and accepting it for what it is.
Yeah, it seems like nowadays, like this world that we live in the society that we in is very a selfish one. Very self-centered. It's self-gratifying. It's like, I'm doing all this for me. Right. How much can I accumulate for me, and not really give? Right. And it's not saying that don't do stuff that fulfills you. Yes, by all means, go after that. Like, go after that shit hard too. But it seems like there's a overcorrection of that. It's just like 90% of that is just like, how much can I acquire? How much can I not give a fuck about other people? Right. How much can I suck the life out of everybody else?
And then those that do it and don't even acknowledge or see the fact that that's just how they are. And it's nothing wrong with, because I'm going to always take care of me, and I'm going to take care of me first. Yeah. But it's nothing wrong with, like, if I know, or if I see one of my friends, they're trying to get to the next step, and I know that I have knowledge that can help and contribute to them rising, I'm going to give it, whether you ask me or not. If I literally just had, one of my friends the other day, like, dang, this and this happened. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm listening. Never once did they ask. But again, I got it. So I'm going to make sure I'm not going to have, why? If you like, oh, I'm going to be stuck doing X, Y, and Z, I can't. Okay. Well, what you need? You didn't ask, but I have it, and I know that you're good for doing it, and you've been there when I needed you to be. So this is what you need. Yeah. How can I get it to you?
Yeah, just get right to
it. Yeah. Like, and it was never an aspect of me feeling like they were wanting me to do it, or that they were saying it to ask. They were just venting. But I have the opportunity to fulfill the need, so why not? Yeah. And it doesn't make me look at you any less. Yeah. It doesn't make me see you as less than or anything like that. You are who you are. I am who I am. I have the opportunity to provide, and I do it without a problem. Yeah. But so many people literally can call, and I say, will call and ask me to do 1,000,001 things.
You bend over backwards for them.
Yeah, without question. And in that time, and even now, I'm not mad. But it just made me see and understand you as a person and what it is that I truly have been to you. And what I'll be going forward.
Man. God damn it, man. That's...
But her, for sure, I can say...
Tasha held you down.
Without question. I mean, she would literally pop up at my house. I'm like, dang, I feel like I'm...
You ain't eat today, here.
Yeah, I feel like I'm not getting better, or this, that, and the third is going on. She's like, oh, I looked this up, and they got this, and this, so I'm just bringing you this stuff. I'm like, okay. And even talking about it now, like, with that situation, there's no way that you could tell from the outside that it didn't happen to her, too. Like, we can sit and have conversations. I mean, she'll break down everything. Like, every time my birthday comes around, she's like, well, what you doing? What's going on? Or, is everything good? I just want to check on you. And I don't, I appreciate it because it's so many people that, like I said, that I would have imagined, and I kind of had that expectation, like, this situation, like, I'm down bad. Like, I have to have a nurse here every day, checking up on me. And it's like, even when it comes down to my, close friend, the people that I felt like were close friends at the time, even family, like, weren't there.
Wow.
So it just really made me feel heavier, even though I always kind of been that way. I never depended on anybody to do anything for me. Like, even at a young age, like, I started working when I was 14.
Damn. Shit.
14. This moment that I could get a job, even somewhere that I wasn't even supposed to be working. But I'm like, I want my own money. Like, it's stuff that I want to do. Like, from 14, I've worked from that point and, taking care of myself. And I've never sat around and waited for anybody to do anything for me. So that's just always me and how I look at other people too, which is what gives me just a different perspective as well. It's because for me, I can't be one of those, I don't see how people sit back and just wait. Like, how can you, okay, I want to get up and go do X, Y, and Z, but so-and-so got to do. I can't live like that.
Waiting on people to tell you when to move.
Yeah, I've just never been that way. And I can't. There's nothing in me that can, when I say, even after my incident happened, I wasn't supposed to be up and moving. I'm packing up boxes and doing all types of stuff that I have no business doing. And people are like, sit down.
You need to be bed resting.
Yeah, no. I gotta get
boxes and shit.
Yeah, I gotta get to the next thing. I can't sit around and like, it was a while that I was kind of heartbroken and sad and just kind of like in a moment of depression for a little bit, honestly dealing with the situation. But after that, it was like, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm pulling myself up. If I don't get out of this dark space, I need to get up.
Absolutely. So it took a while for me to pull myself out of it, but once I came to the realization of accepting the situation for what it was, and that from here it was nowhere but to fulfill all of the things that I had been putting off. It just gave me the motivation and push to really do it.
So that's
I definitely am here to do it and be satisfied and more than blessed to do so.
I love it. How old were your children at that time? Were they young? Your children at that time that occurred?
Yeah, they were younger, but not.
Like, did they know what happened to mommy? Like, did you explain to them? Like,
yeah, they definitely understood as far as, for the most part, because they're 11 and 9 now. So they weren't too young, and they understood, especially like having to come visit me at the hospital and stuff like that, because I was there for so long. So it came to a point where all the things that I would typically be there to do, I had to depend on other people to do it, which was like the biggest thing for me. I'm like,
can y'all pick them up for school? Can y'all take them to school?
Yeah, can you get their hair done and all that type of stuff. So it was definitely different. They understood, and it makes them now, even when I pick and choose the things that I do or how I move every day, it makes me think twice about a lot of it, because I feel like it definitely took even a toll on them. Because now if I get up and if I leave, or if I have to go to work or do something, they're like, where are you going? How long you gonna be there? Who you going with? Okay, you gonna be out how late? So it definitely makes me think twice when it comes to that. They were to a point where they understood and they see, And it kind of made me feel, bad in a way. Because I'm like, I didn't want to feel like I'm taking away from them being kids. But having to be down for so long, it definitely instilled a different level of responsibility and, to do for them. So,
yeah,
it's different. But they understood. And it made it even more appreciative for me to be there even for them.
Yeah.
So a lot of things where they, typical kids, clean room, make sure you do this, make sure you do that. Like they try to make sure that they stay on top of it, so it's less of a worry for me.
Wow.
So it made them grow up a little bit faster, but it's still like now it makes me do that's just always been my thing once I had kids, but now it's nothing that they really could ask for, and it's like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna make it happen. Like I will give my last for them.
Yeah, your birthday party gonna be shit.
So
wow.
whatever they do, I'll make it happen.
That's lovely. Now, we're gonna take another break because that deserves a break. But did they end up catching this guy?
No.
This motherfucker still walking the streets.
Yep. And I've never seen him. Never seen him since that day. Wow. That was the first and last time I ever seen him.
Wow. That's crazy. That motherfucker never got caught or nothing. No. Just 9 times and walked away. Mm-hmm. Man, walking the streets.
Like it was literally just turned around and walked away. Got in the car like everything was fine.
Woo-wee. God damn it, Alisha. Let the people know they can follow you. But we need to tell. We're gonna take one more break. I was gonna run through the last couple questions, but people, listen. I know y'all listening. y'all probably like, keep going, dig deeper. No, man. God damn. Let the people know they can follow you at Ms CurvyBoss.
Yeah, on Instagram, Ms CurvyBoss 313, and on Facebook, Alisha the Model.
Man, oh man, we'll be right back after this song.
Butter soft leather, go getter, getting money since we caught a cheddar. Got that mo better blues. You fucking get a clue, acting like they never knew. A bucket full of tears, make a hater shed a few. Close range, baby, no pain, no gain. Been a dope man, spitting soda with the cocaine. Pinky ring, gold chain, dancing on a couple thousand boogie like it's Soul Train. Half of y'all small change, Teddy P mansions. Niggas in a different league, ready for expansion. Some of y'all basic, we gon' hit them with advanced shit. Fucking up the game, see what happens when they plan shit. Straight shooter can't miss. Big man on campus, Picasso on a canvas. Know it all, nigga, for sure, got all the answers. Can't tell me nothing, my niggas said where the bands is. Fly shit, never landed, understand it.
Well, I'm taking off, caught on a flight. They used to kite, scared of heights, but I'm fly like the rights. The jewelry bright, now they used to me grinning. Been winning, only give us some D like Ben Simmons. We pitch like we Clemens, Teddy pinned it all down. Close the door, you can read about me right now. Smooth like Ephesians, cool like shade, so behave while I'm breezing. Fade MJ, cool rays any season. Your face concave any day, no reason. And shaped like a vegan. Outer space, escape off trees that I'm breathing. Y'all betray us, can't relax with the treason. Cons about cash, knew that before meeting. 100-yard dash, my stash, I'm still feeding. Told them that the fast won't last, we still eating. Buttercream seats, better on feet. 20-inch cleats.
They showed me the top and so I came for it. Dropping all of this fly shit like a plane toilet. I'm one of the best to ever come around. I've been running up checks all in the underground. Oh, I don't care how y'all play. Y'all niggas is play though, I'm more playoff clay. And the whole league know that when I'm banging, I lead to more rings than Paul Heyman. I'm reigning, young nigga go get the poncho. This the front row of the Sugar Ray and Camacho. Big bags, security carry big mags. We be coastal rolling, you would think it was Six Flags. It's bad, it's the hard white in the zip bag. Flip that to the helicopters and lift pad. Legacy, it's the Teddy P of the pedigree. No clone, they could never see being a better me, Ronnie.
Alright, we are back right here on Cloth Talk Podcast. Alisha is here, aka Ms CurvyBoss. Is still here with us. Oh my goodness. Okay. Alright, so wind it down here. Let me see what else I had on here that I wanted to. Oh, you're live. We kind of dove into it a little bit when you talk about how people playing with you. I want to play it for people so people can actually hear this, because it's not like aggressive. It's like the most subtle, most checking people in the nicest way possible with a smile on my face. Like, it ain't no, let me tell you bitches something, let me tell y'all motherfucker, y'all keep fucking playing with me, it's gonna be da-da-da-da. It's like, I just want to come here and talk to y'all for a little bit. See, just, I've been noticing. And Let me see if I can get on your Instagram page here and try to find this. So tell people again about this. I think we was talking about it off air. Why you had to do this? As I pull this up, go ahead and explain.
It's just honest. I mean, just honestly, from me feeling like people take just being nice and being genuine, because not only do I feel like it's because a lot of people are just not used to it all the time, but those that just simply take advantage of it. Like, I'm just because I am who I am and I do it all the time, but I don't like to feel like me being nice or, you know, maybe giving you a pass on something that you continuously do it. And then when I correct it, it's like I'm burdening you or I'm doing something that's wrong. Yeah. It's not. It's just, you know, me accepting and recognizing who it is that I am and the things that I'm presenting and not taking it for granted because I don't have to do it.
Right.
That's it. A lot of times people honestly feel like you may do something one or two times and they're just obligated and entitled to something. And it's not. Because anybody else, 9 times out of 10, wouldn't do half of the things that I'm willing to do or have done. Word. And they would listen and hear and be like, oh, okay, well, I hope you figure it out. Yeah. I just never been that type of person. Yeah. And I don't do it to really receive anything back. But just be appreciative of the things that I'm willing to do.
Yeah, throw those headphones on real quick and listen with us and kind of navigate us through this lovely checking of the people. Let's see what we got here. Look at you, got your glasses on. You're checking the hair, like flicking the hair back. Let's turn this up.
I just wanted to jump on here real quick.
Got the music in the background.
Because I just don't understand what's been going on like the last couple of days, last week. But just to put it out there because just because I feel like for some reason folks have really just been not understanding and been trying me for like the last week or so, and I am like such a sweetheart all the time. Like, I most definitely am, but I am also a true Gemini, and I feel like lately, like, a lot of people have just been playing with my kindness and taking that for weakness, and it's really not that. And I just want to make it very clear, because I swear I tried to preserve sparing a lot of people's feelings, words, all of that, because my mouth is definitely, my words can cut deep, but I feel like it's only when warranted, and a lot of people have really been playing with that for the last couple of weeks, and I just really want people to understand that the quickest way and easiest way for you to get cussed out or cut off is to play with my time, my patience, and or my money. Like, please don't. And I just really don't understand why it is that folks continue to do so, because that is just not the thing to do. And I truly do say that I am a 100%, 1000%, 1,000,000% Gemini. Like, you will see the sweetest side of me all the time.
Stop, Alisha!
Because I truly do not like for my other side to come out.
But it's so nice, but it's scary at the same time.
For those that do not understand or do not know, because I am sweet all the time, please do not take my kindness for weakness, because I do not play games whatsoever. Like, at the moment that you continue to try me when it comes to those particular things, it's a wrap. And I spare no feelings whatsoever. I don't care if you're a family, friend, if you consider yourself to be a close friend. And I'm giving, at this point, I'm giving the same energy everybody is giving me. Like, I don't have time for games. Like, if I'm a person that's always there for you, always doing for you, and being considerate of you, then I expect for you to do the same thing. And in the moment that you continue to choose not to, like, I'm giving you the same energy. If I'm consistently always supporting you at your events, doing all the things that, you know, pretty much everybody asks me to do, because they always know that I'm going to be there and I'm going to be a supportive friend and a supportive person. If you're not reciprocating that same thing, please don't call me. Don't ask me to come to an event. Don't ask me to go anywhere, to do anything for you. None of that.
do this? Why you do that? We're gonna end it right there. It's about another minute of that. Why? You had enough.
I was.
That's the person that had enough.
I was on the verge of having an exploded moment and blowing up, and I said I'm going to take a step back because not only it was, at this moment it was one person in particular, like repeatedly within the week, but then it was like once that person started, it was like one after the next, after the next, after the next, and multiple things kept happening. So I said, I'm not even going to give this energy to just one person, because it's not one person that's deserving of everything that I'm feeling at this moment. Yeah. So I'm just going to make a public statement because I know that the individuals that have been causing it are going to watch and they're going to see. So maybe this is the biggest warning that I haven't, that I've already been putting little notions out there. Yes. But this is the bigger picture. This is a straightforward, okay, maybe it's gonna hit down here, and then they understand. Okay, let me just leave her alone for a little bit, and I'll maybe try to revisit it later. But like I said, I genuinely do not like to have that other side of me come out. I enjoy being my normal, casual, everyday social life, and everything else. But the other side is definitely something different. And I'm telling you, anybody that's ever experienced it is like, no, just don't. And especially if I get extremely quiet or if you see me drop a tear.
That's when you know, one instinct that get the fuck out of Dodge. Just get away from her.
Just go. Because everything else that comes after that is like I black out and it's just straightforward. Everything that I've been wanting to say or how I want to say it, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not censoring nothing. Like if it causes you to drop a tear after, you worked for that.
You can cut deep.
I can, but I try. I honestly hold on to it for so long that if you get it, you truly worked for it.
God damn. PSA. Some people need the PSA, man.
Yes, and that was the PSA. And I tell you, and the funniest thing is after that, life went back to normal.
Look at that. Sometimes people need a little tap tap.
Yeah, they just needed a reminder, and that was it. I said I'm going to take a step back and graciously put it out here, and hopefully everybody follows suit after that.
Man,
and absolutely, that's exactly what happened.
They fell in line.
Exactly, and I didn't have any more problems.
I love it. I have a random question for you. You know what? Why? Because this is making me think about what you were saying earlier when we were talking about, you can take your headphones off. Why does Lizzo get so much hate for being a plus size woman? They always talk about her size.
Because a lot of people, and I feel like this is not just in that particular instance when it comes to Lizzo, in general, but I feel like a lot of people are not okay and accepting of people living their truth and unapologetically at that. And that's what I truly feel like she does. Sometimes, is it a little bit too much? I feel like yes. There are sometimes it could have been cleaned up. It could have been a little cute. You could have kept it cute.
Yeah, it was a little trashy right there.
A little bit, but that's her. If you're okay with putting yourself out there in that way, and you understand that you're in the limelight, so you're going to get certain things back. Now, that's one thing that I can say is you can't put it out there and not expect to get something back. You're going to get feedback back, whether it's positive or negative. It's just on you to have that thick skin and being able to accept those things that come along with it. Yeah. But that shouldn't keep you from living life and genuinely doing what makes you happy. And if that causes for you, like I said, dressing and putting on something that typically the next person would say is not acceptable for us in the plus size community to wear, do you?
Yeah.
But understand that it does come with the backlash sometimes. But it's on you to be, at a point of being okay with accepting it.
Yeah. Yeah. I respect it. I just think it was like around that time when she was just getting attacked by everybody, was just hell bent on making her feel like a piece of shit. Who is her? Why is she doing that? Or she don't even deserve to be doing what she be doing. It's just I was like, why y'all giving her so much hate? She's doing her.
Yeah. In general, when it comes to a lot of plus plus size, the plus size community, period.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to put that on the male and female perspective because even heavier guys, you know, they feel, you know, a lot of people comment like, oh, she doesn't look like she should be with him because he's this, that, and the third. Why? Everybody deserves to be loved and have somebody that, you know, genuinely cares for them just the same as, you know, each and every person. Yeah. Just being plus size or being heavier than the next doesn't make you any less than or any less deserving of those things. And I feel like that's a lot when it comes to that. People just not being able to accept that people just don't care nowadays. Right. You're going to take it or leave it. And, you know, I'm just that type of way. Yeah. And I'm that type of person, even myself. Like, it is what it is. As long as it brings me joy and satisfaction, I'm not here to please you. It's about what makes me happy.
Yep, that's it. Period. All right, so winding down here, Ms. CurvyBoss. So I would be remiss if I didn't ask, of course, the fellas that's watching and listening. You know, they wait for the question. They just ask the question, man. We want to know. They watch it on YouTube or they listen, they like the voice that made them turn over to the YouTube. Like, I want to see. As y'all can see, if y'all watching on YouTube. All right. The fellas want to know, are the DMs open? What is the current status of Ms. CurvyBoss? Is she taken? Is she on the market? Is she dating? Is she... What's going on in the dating world of Ms. CurvyBoss? Please, the fellas want to know. Can they slide in the DMs?
You can slide in my DMs.
Oh, too soon? Oh, damn, take all the applause back. I'm sorry.
Take the applause back.
I'm sorry, damn.
It's still applause.
Okay.
For business purposes.
You ain't shit.
Promoting wealth and opportunities.
Look at that. See what she did.
But aside from that, no, I am not on the market. I am not.
So the fellas can't slide the DMs. Ms. CurvyBoss is taking.
I am. But I, you know, I'm still being always cordial and I enjoy, you know, networking and everything else. But aside from that, that's about it.
Now, all the guys is tuned out just now. They clicked off. They're not listening anymore.
No, that's not true.
They still with us.
I can say it 1,000,001 times and people will still say, oh, hey, I just wanted to still make sure, you know, maybe later. You know, you never know. Things might change.
Yeah, with that relationship end with old boy, I'm going to be right here.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right, so we have a segment on the show, Alisha. It's called This or That. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to give you 2 scenarios or 2 options. You got to pick one over the other, and you gotta tell us why. Ready to play? Okay. Nervous?
Not nervous. I don't know. Okay,
you having to pick.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. I want both.
I'll overthink.
You overthink it?
Yeah.
Let's see how you do. I think you'll do okay with these.
Okay.
All right. So this or that with Ms. CurvyBoss, everyone. All right. Here we go. Here's the first one for you. Be the face of Rihanna's plus size line. Mm-hmm. Or be the leading lady in a Usher video. Think about this. Don't answer too quickly. I'm gonna give it to you again because this is what happens. People answer this shit too fast. Think about this. Shit, God damn it.
Okay.
All right. Be the face of Rihanna's plus size line. Mm-hmm. Or the leading lady in Usher's video.
Rihanna for sure.
Oh! Tell us why.
The reason why is one, I feel like empowering the bigger picture. Mm-hmm. Is also the woman empowerment. Mm. I feel like that definitely she pushes a lot. When it comes to overall. And it's what I enjoy most.
Right.
I don't want to just be a face I don't want to be visualized and overly sexualized because of what I did in a video or me being presented a certain way in a video. I feel like the bigger picture on that particular aspect and the platform it presents will be better for me.
Be the face of Rihanna's plus size line.
Absolutely.
All right.
I'll take the bigger picture.
Not getting serenaded by Usher.
No, that's good. I can enjoy it with a concert. That's enough for me.
All right. There we go. We got another one for you. Design a piece for Lizzo. Design a piece custom for Lizzo. And she's going to take this piece on with her on tour. Her tour piece, where she comes out with every show. She got that shit on.
Okay.
Opening with that motherfucker. Your shit on. Or take a meeting with Macy's, but you don't know what the meeting is about. They call you in. Their marketing team calls you in. Says, hey, we see what you got going on. We want to invite you out. We want to have a meeting with you. But they don't give you details. You just got to either take a meeting with Macy's with you don't know what is going to come out of that meeting, or design Lizzo's tour piece that she opens each show with. Oh, God damn. Pass it up for a Macy's meeting. Macy's is everywhere.
So is Lizzo. And
break this down for us. Why we going with Lizzo?
Definitely make sure that she represents. Pour into the display of the work.
Okay.
And for me, I feel like I enjoy doing customized pieces, putting out work for other people to really see, visualize, and be appreciative of. So for me, that's a bigger thing. And I feel like a lot of times when people do meetings with like bigger, places like that, it's not always for the purpose of putting you in a position, but to get what it is out of you to put themselves into a better position. So for that reason, I would definitely go with Lizzo. And I'm not gonna say everybody loves Lizzo.
Yes.
But the vast majority do. They'll see it and it's out on tour continuously. Like you can't beat that.
Yeah.
Free promo every day. I mean, every night that she's out. Absolutely.
She opened the show with your shit on.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, that makes sense.
All money ain't good money. You gotta put it in the right places, and a lot of people don't really you'll hear it a lot, but a lot of people don't really move off of that.
Very true. Very true. Most people are like, oh, Macy's, oh shit, yeah, they're gonna give us the big bag.
Yeah,
you're like,
they'll take your idea and make a big bag.
Damn! Woo! Ouch! Okay. All right. Here's another one for you. We'll stay along the lines with Rihanna since you rocking with her heavy. Okay. Walk for Savage Fenty fashion show, or collaborate. I'm not sure if you know who she is, or collaborate with Precious Lee on a plus size line. Familiar with her? So, do a walk for Savage Fenty fashion show, or collaborate with Precious Lee on a plus size line.
Precious Lee.
Oh! You ain't gonna walk for Rihanna, Savage Fenty? You the face of the line. How you can't walk? You know you're not gonna walk for it?
See, it's not that. It's about the greater good. It's about the greater good.
Create you and Precious Lee collaborate with a line.
Absolutely.
All day.
Absolutely. That's my biggest thing is me using my artistic capabilities and putting things out there that not only I love and enjoy, but that other people can be appreciative of. So for me, anytime I get the opportunity to do that, that's always going to be my first choice. It's not just about me. Because we as a plus size community don't have that all the time. So anytime I have the opportunity to big up that, I'm going that way.
I feel it. All right. Okay. I respect it. All right. Last one. So we'll do this as a hypothetical because you are with a gentleman. So we'll do this as a hypothetical. A man who wants you to stop everything, but he provides you with everything you need. Bills paid. Everything is whatever. You ain't got to lift a fucking finger. He got it. Trips. Clothes, whatever you need. How much makeup you need. What you need bundles this week? You need done nails and feet done? You need some clothes, baby? Get the fuck in the car.
Okay.
Shut up. I don't want to hear it. Just get in the car. On a Friday night, here, take the credit card. Go have a blast.
Okay.
But you gotta stop everything. Did all that shit. That boutique line, shut it down. Big Daddy here. Everything's provided. Or a man who lets you do everything you want to do, but he only provides the bare minimum for you.
I would take option number 2.
A bare minimum man that lets you do everything you want to do.
Now, this is
They about to kill you. They about to kill you in the comments for that one.
I promise you, this is the only caveat.
Go ahead.
I will not say that I'm going to just accept the bare minimum.
That's what he's bringing. So you gotta accept. If you pick it, that's what you. That's what you pick.
I'm gonna pick that way.
You gotta accept it.
Yeah, and I would, and I'll do that. I'll accept that. Why?
Go ahead.
Because I enjoy my independence. I enjoy being able to do the things that push me, and I'm never going to dim my light for anybody. I don't care how much you provide. Those things don't move me. Even to this day, when people try to flaunt money and all of that, I don't care.
See
because
this whip girl pull up in the car.
It's not going to change.
Doesn't impress you none.
None. I've always, like I said, I've started working since I was 14. I've never had that moment to say that I'm going to wait and sit on anybody, wait for anybody to accomplish anything or put me in a position to do anything that I want to do. I would rather bust and grind and do it myself and appreciate the fact that I made it than wait for somebody else to do it for me and have to wait until they do it for me.
Wow.
I'd rather put on for myself.
Wow. Giving up security just to have your freedom.
No, it's not about that.
Yeah, he's provided everything.
Yeah, it's not about, because that doesn't make it secure.
Yeah, it does.
It doesn't.
He provides it all for you.
That doesn't make it secure. And what
every aspect
piece
of
are
your
you
life
losing from having that aspect?
Your freedom to go after your dreams. He wants you to stop all this shit. You stay home with the goddamn, I'm going to go get it.
I'm not.
I don't want you doing no more runways. None of that stuff. Like, I want you to stop no more. Nah. Because I'm here now. I run the show. I'm paying for everything. So you got to die. Or you can go with the man who's like, I only can do this for you, but you can do everything you want, baby. Yeah. You want that.
Because at the end of the day, I can make any and everything that I and or we need to have happen regardless.
Okay.
So I'll enjoy being able to provide for me and everything else that needs to be along the way to be able to still enjoy life at peace.
Would you lose respect for him?
Not at all.
The bare minimum? No.
Not at all. Because
you will look at him less than like, he only, man, I can't even ask him to do that because he ain't got it. You'll still have respect for him.
Absolutely.
Like, that's my bare minimum, man. Yes, and what?
Because I feel, again, it's the same thing. Even when it comes to people that I meet, I'm not going to treat you any less than because you may not. If I go on a trip and you can't go, why does that make you? I'm not going to treat you any different. If just because I have the means to do it doesn't mean that because you don't, that it makes you any.
Yeah, I look less of you now. Yeah, that speaks volume to your character, because most people would look at that like, oh yeah, I want the man that's going to cash me out, fly me out, trips, get all that. They're like, yeah, give me that, man. Like, fuck all this shit. I don't work anyway. Yeah. But you're like, no, I want to work. I want to go after my own. Yeah. You know?
And I feel like, again, that's another thing that just sets me aside from a lot of different people. And once people get to know me and see that side of me, that it intrigues a lot of people more. Yeah. To have and understand that it's not just about what may seem like the right thing or the finer things. I'll get that eventually in due time. Yeah. But to take away my peace and my joy and everything, no. Yeah. I can't do that. People that live their life, I just, it's something about it. I can't. You can't. I mean, even on a realistic aspect, you know, just watching reality TV and all that stuff, it's so much more that comes with it to feel like, or to even the sense of entitlement that comes with it, to feel like you're providing everything for me. Yeah. And that it takes away from putting yourself in that position. Yeah. There's never going to be a day that you can up and leave or something happen tomorrow and I'm just flat on my face. Yeah. Yeah, you're not willing to roll that dice. No. Yeah. I want my own sense of security. Yeah. Like, I feel it. No, you can tell me to get out tomorrow. if I get out, then I'm gonna still be able to go get it myself.
Right.
But I can't. No, I don't want to sit around and cater to and just feel like I'm dependent on what someone else may do. I can't live life that way.
Respect.
And I'll still respect the next man just the same.
Even if he ain't on that level.
You might not be able to buy me a billion bags, but as long as you are satisfying my every need when it comes to peace, happiness, and security, and no questions or anything like that, you provide me the loyalty and a way to make a way, I'm gonna make it happen.
Hey, I respect it. All right, last segment of the show. It's Curvy Boss. If you see right there's a red bowl right there behind those books. Go ahead and grab that.
Okay.
So this segment is called Guest to Guest Quest Bowl. Mm-hmm. So shuffle. Don't look though.
I'm not.
There you go. Look away while you shuffle. God damn it.
Okay.
So let me explain to the listeners what this is, and I'll explain to you as well. Mm-hmm. So Guest to Guest Quest Bowl. So what this is, every guest that comes on the show, after the podcast, they submit random questions in that bowl for the next guest to answer. So of course, after we wrap up, you will add one or how many you want into the bowl.
Okay.
So you can draw as many as you want. You can do 1, 2, 3, until you like, okay, I'm done.
Okay.
So most people, you can do how many as you want. So give it a nice shuffle. Don't look, don't cheat. Draw a question one by one. Read out loud and answer honestly. There could be anything in there. And there's no putbacks. It ain't no like, can I swap this out? Nope. Whatever you get, you got to answer it honestly.
Okay.
There's all types of weird shit in there. I ain't gonna lie. There's all types of fucked up shit in there. But there's some safe ones that are friendly. But
it's in a red bowl that provides caution.
There you go. Telltale sign.
Okay. Okay.
Got one there.
First one is, what are you afraid of?
Okay. There you go.
That's a hard one. What am I afraid of?
Stumped there.
I don't know which way to kind of go with this one. I'm gonna just say the simple things. I hate bugs, so that's me. And that's about it. Because I would have went through my situation. It's not too much that puts fear in my heart at this point.
Okay, not much scares you though. I'm gonna say like going through what you.
Right, what I've been through is like it's not too much that could really.
Yeah, like I'd have looked death in the face. God damn it.
Yeah. So I'll say that. That's
bugs,
my
insects, and shit. Spiders.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. All right, you want to do another one?
I'll do one more.
All right, she'll do one more. You want something to challenge you a little bit?
Yeah, that just made me. Oh. Where is somewhere that you would go if money was no object?
Okay. It's pretty good. If money was no object, where would you go?
I don't know. How would you like me to approach this question?
However that guest intended.
Or luxury, or...
You can answer however you want, or you can answer it both of those two different ways. You can say, okay, for pleasure I will go here, or for luxury I'll go here, or you can just do one answer where you could go to one place to get both of those, both luxury and pleasure. If it's possible, I don't know.
Oh no, I'm really kind of simplistic when it comes to that. For me, my main place that I really want to go, and I would probably go and stay, it would be Greece. Yeah.
Never come back.
Never come back.
Damn.
I feel like it's so beautiful, and a lot of people are very, or appear to be, and those that I have actually come into contact with are always so lively, energetic, and have always the most optimistic aspect and outlook on life. So I feel like it'll just be like a peaceful place to enjoy. It's beautiful.
Okay.
And I feel like it's a nice
Greece
for people.
All right.
And I would say Africa for me.
Okay.
For the give back and just to really experience and I mean like the raw aspect. Like I want to not just go and be in the safe areas.
Yeah, do the touristy stuff.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. Like I really want to see and get in depth with the things that they go through and live, with every day.
Yeah.
And kind of give back on that aspect.
I respect that. Greece and Africa. Okay. All right. There you have it. You got some good safe questions because I done see motherfuckers that draw some crazy shit. So you got away free.
I think I might stop there.
That's what gonna be like. I'm telling you, boy. But
pull something crazy.
Yeah. Because people get they get gun heavy. Like I'm gonna keep going. They were like, oh shit. Then they be like, I don't want to answer that. Like you should have stopped.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna do one more.
See, you set yourself up.
No.
She gonna do it.
We're gonna go with 3.
All right.
Let's see. Those look like the same person.
Okay.
I wrote the first one. Are you afraid of love?
Oh, well, that's definitely a totally different question. Because asking what you're afraid of and are you afraid of love?
Yeah. But, I would say.
Because people throw that love word around loosely. That's a real commitment.
I wouldn't say that I'm afraid of love. I'm afraid of the process getting to love. Because I feel like it definitely comes with a lot getting to that place. And It could be, someone that has every good intention to love you and love you the way that you need to be. But not everyone understands that you can't love the way that you love. You have to love the way that I need to be loved. Mm-hmm. So getting through that process is what I don't enjoy. Yeah. So I'm not afraid of the end result, just the process of getting there.
I respect that. They call this love language.
Right.
Learn my love language.
Yeah. A lot of people don't have that.
Yeah.
Definitely. And even when they do, they get comfortable and then it's like, okay.
They stop doing the work.
Now we here now.
Right. Like, oh, so you just did all that time. Okay, there we go. Right. Here comes the fuckery. All right, Alisha, we're going to wrap this up. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for the donuts, man. Look at that. If y'all not watching on YouTube, R81, as soon as she leave, I'm going to fuck this other one up. Man, oh man. Let the people know again where they can follow you, where they can get tickets to the show. The 15th of July coming up. Everything that's associated with you, go ahead and plug away.
Yes. So again, you can follow me on Instagram at Ms CurvyBoss313. On Facebook, Ms CurvyBoss313 and Alisha the model, as well as my boutique at Exquisite Curves, XQUISITE Curves, KURVES. And also, Summer Dreams Fashion Show will be July 15th at the Vault in downtown Columbus. So if you are in the Ohio area or the surrounding areas, definitely come out, get you a ticket, enjoy the show. And it's going to be definitely a great event, so you do not want to miss it, I promise you. Come catch me on the runway, catch my designs. We'll see you there.
There it is. Beautiful note to end on. All right, we'll see you in another episode. Peace.